Hello everyone, my name is Garima Gupta and I'm working in iET Cloud as a Workday consultant. And here I'm going to explain, giving you an idea about the R1 2023 benefit release updates. So first one, I will be going to explain that is multiples of dependent coverage. So for multiples of dependent coverage, prior to this workday release, we are having only single dependent coverage for the insurance plans. But now we are having multiples of dependent coverage for our insurance plans. So with these features, Workday supports Federal Office of Personnel Management (OPM) requirements for dependent life to calculate total dependent coverage, which can multiply a factor. Basically, we are using factor like 1 into that salary coverage and 1 into independent coverage like we are using for salary amounts earlier in Workday. So we are using here multiples of dependent coverage. So by the number of dependents, so we can have a calculate coverage amount, and that calculate coverage amount can be sent to the payroll for the further calculations. So we have two tasks here for the multiples of dependent coverage options. So for create insurance coverage and for we can add it also after creating these multiples of dependent coverage option. We want to if you want to make any update, we can use added insurance coverage task as well. So I will show you this feature update on tenant. So here we need to type create insurance coverage because this feature is option is available in this task under this task. So here we can see we have earlier multiples of salary coverage, percentage of salary coverage. Now at this time we have this new release for dependent coverage like we can see here multiples of dependent coverage. So first of all I need to uh, pick effective date for this, and I'm putting name also, choosing the update option which we are having in R1 release, that is multiples of dependent coverage. Here we have some required fields that I need to fill. So release R1 I have earlier taken as the name release R1. I'm choosing currency as USD, and I'm taking multiplier based coverage name here. So I need to create that. So name I'm taking as release R1 only. I'm taking like this name. You can take any name that you want as per your choice. I'm starting my multiplier by 1, and I'm ending my multiplier value by 6, and for multiplier increment I'm taking as 1. So gap between these and start multiplier values I'm taking as 1. I'm saving this. So here we have a multiply base coverage level as per our requirement. So I have taken these multiplier option starting by 1 and ending by 6 digit. As we can see, there is one value gap between these multipliers as I have chosen the options. So I have created these multipliers now. We have multiples dependent coverage options now. I am adding all the options. So here we can see we have all we have the multiples values for our dependent coverages. So this one is our the first update that I have explained you. So now I am moving for the next update for the benefit release. So I would like to explain this change now. related to coverage amounts, different additional coverage amount. So by this additional coverage amount field, by this latest update in R1 release, we have more accurate calculation for the reporting purpose. So now we can add the new additional coverage amount field to the following insurance coverage options, which comes under create insurance coverage. Or if we want, after creating, we want to add that insurance coverage task, we can use added insurance coverage task. So we have these options under which we have a new update regarding that additional coverage amount field. So I can show you on tenant also. So the same task we need to use here, create insurance coverage. Here we can see percentage of salary coverage and multiples of salary coverage. So we can use that additional coverage amount uh, in these two that we have on the talent. So first I need to choose the effective date here. Need to put the name for this insurance coverage. I'm taking like this. Choosing this option as of now, and after this option I will choose the percentage of salary coverage as well. I will show you where we are having that additional coverage amount. So you can see here on this create insurance coverage, we are not having this option for additional coverage amount, but at this time we are having this amount on our tenant. So I need to choose some required fields for this. I'm taking this salary source as total base pay, and frequency depends on our requirement, client requirement. As per our need, we can take these different kind of options for the salary frequency, and as per the calculation criteria we can take date wise. If you want event date, we can pick event date here, and as per the need we can pick also these different options, that coverage begin date, beginning of the plan year, any particular date on which you want to which you want to take your you want to start your changes. So multiplier base coverage label names, you need to first create the labels name here. So I am taking as release R1. Then next required field is this multiplier start, I'm taking as 1, and the and multiply I'm taking as 9, and here I am putting the multiplier increment as 3. So the gap between these start and multiplier values will be between these start and multiplier between gap is for by 3-digit number. So here we can see here that the multiplier start value is 1 and ending by 9, and they are having gap by 3-digit. Okay. So I'm clicking on OK button here, and the particular change for these salary coverages, that additional coverage amount we are having on tenant. So I am giving as 250 here. So for the for the compensation multiplier that we have created, we need to include here. So I'm clicking all the checkbox here. So this is our additional coverage amount. We need to click on OK button here. So we can see here that we are having multiples of compensation option here, and for this we have additional coverage amount as well. So this is the new release by the Workday for 2023 release. And then I can show you for the percentage of salary amount as well. for this particular change, additional coverage amount. First, we have to take effective date, the name, need to click on OK. So you can see for the percentage of salary coverage option, we have this additional coverage amount as well. So this is the new update by Workday for R1 2023 release. So I am giving all the required field values here. I am taking as USD currency, and salary source I'm taking as total base pay. And as I said earlier as well, that salary frequency, it all depends on our requirement, which as per the requirement, which one is the suitable option for the frequency, you can pick here. And for the calculation, event dates or any particular date you want to start your calculation, you can pick from here. So we need to create label first. Label namings I'm creating here. I have put it as percentage level R1. Here I am adding the options criteria for the percentage, salary percentage, coverage amount. I am taking as 10 and here I am taking as 15. I am clicking on OK button for seeing the changes on screen. We are having now percentage level R1 as I have created new one. So need to include these compensation percentage here. Both the options will have both the option will have on your screen, as we can see here. And the additional coverage amount we need to give here, as this is the new functionality of Workday. So we have this, like as I have given the input, it is showing like 500 as I have given earlier. So this is the another update for R1 release. And the next one which I would be like to share, so that is the custom multiplier tax. So this is the multiplier tax for the salary for multipliers that you are giving. You can give the names as per your choice now. So this is the new functionality of Workday. You can use this field to override the default label salaries for multipliers. I can show you where we can use this functionality. So this is the setup required. All of the features that I have explained you, these all are the setup required updates. So for this feature, that for tax update for salary for multipliers, that custom multiplier tax, we can use under these options multiples of dependent coverage and multiples of salary coverage. I can show you this on tenant also. So we need to type here in create insurance coverage. So we can see both the options here, under which we can have that functionality of customize our text. I am taking multiples of salary coverage. First of all, we need to take effective date, the name here for the insurance coverage, and option I'm taking as multiples of salary coverage. So now all the required fields is already filled here. Some of the fields are unfilled, which I am going to create for this. Starting by 1 value, ending by 3, and taking multiply increment as 1. So you can see here we have this new functionality for coverage levels as custom multiplier tags. So we can give any multiplier tags as per our requirement, as per our client need. So I am taking as and you can see here we have multipliers starting by 1 to 1 and ending by 3 and having gap between one value. I have I have clicked on OK, and you can see here I have created release R1 label naming here, and I can choose these all options which I have created. So you can see here as I have named there na, for multiplier coverage level it is it is showing here that custom name that I have updated there. So we have this functionality here for the as customized tags for the multiplier salary coverage and for the multiplier percentage option. So this is the new functionality of Workday.